But since of late I have mastered the martial arts, as it says to do on the cover, and that helped out a lot. So here we go. Let's move into Karate Kid. The ending, that was just the ending right there, so you're not missing anything good there. So we'll just switch carts. Hopefully this works first shot. Come on, NES, don't fail me now. Alright, awesome. We have The Karate Kid, LJN Toys Limited, 1987. Great game. Daniel-san, this is like the events of Karate Kid 2 movie. So it starts off at the end of the first movie at the tournament, and then so on and so forth, with a little creative license. So I'm just gonna count it down, and it's just gonna go when we hit one player. So 3, 2, 1, Karate Kid. Alright, so basically, punches are mostly useless in this game. I might throw one or two, but you'll see me kicking everything in this game. Holding still and hitting kick, as long as I have that C icon up in there and I have some points in it, I could do a crane kick. The other one is drum punch. I will not use any drum punches during this fight, because I just will not be picking them up. But yeah, that was the tournament. 4 faceless guys to fight. They have little beady eyes. I guess that's a face. But I'm not complaining. The first stage here, Okinawa, very simple. You could actually manipulate the enemies to spawn. There can only be 2 main enemies on screen at a time, so you can carry one behind you and allow the other ones to spawn wherever you want. So I want that guy to be behind me as well and switch him off. Kill this guy. I could jump up here, let that guy spawn down below, and just keep continuing on with my pattern without losing any time for stopping to having to kick 2 enemies in front of me. One is a lot faster. So this is definitely a really good technique. Another technique is the flying death kicks that you can do, the jump kicks, in order to maintain momentum. Sometimes you don't want to jump, because there's a lot of these secret stages, like bonus stages, a lot of these door entrances and all over the map. So instead of accidentally falling into these stages, we'll just not jump kick for some of these fights. So that was the first level. Second level, Typhoon. This is the most RNG in the game right here. There's the rules for this is that there is always one bird on the screen, or banana peel, whatever you want to call it, on screen at a time, and sticks fly randomly. So as long as you go into it with that mentality, then you'll be all right. But that's okay. We did die there. That happens. There's a lot of randomness, like I said. You get bad stick placements, bad everything. You got lots of lives, though, in this game. Not going to hurt the run at all. We really weren't that far in. Lots of checkpoints as well. There's at least 1 or 2 checkpoints on every level. So, and we'll probably end up getting an extra life here. Shortly, you'll hear a tone, and that's how you know we have an extra life. So we're good to go. This stage actually gives most people getting into the game the problems, but once you get used to it and figure out tactics and how to approach different situations, you definitely get into it a lot easier. So, yep, throwing cabbages at me, 1 bird on screen at all time. Even if you punch it, it immediately respawns. All right, double spawn there. That's interesting, but we'll deal with it. See, that's the problem with this game. You sometimes get caught up in between 2 enemies. I did take a lot of damage there. I hope that doesn't affect the rest of this here, because I could get knocked out. And we're almost at a checkpoint, so I don't really want to die at this point, which can happen very easily right here. Woo! 1 health bar. Alright, we're good. Mr. Miyagi fills up your health a little bit. Always there to help you out, even in a typhoon. So that was a pretty rough level 2. Normally takes a lot less than that, especially without the death. But hey, all we have to do is jump up there, save the crying girl, and we are good to go into Stage 3. Stage 3 is a joke. This is honestly not even skill-based. This is you maintaining your forward momentum while trying to keep these enemies behind you and despawning rocks off the screen. So I'm going to wait for 2 of these guys to spawn, jump in front of them, no problems. And see, we did have a rock spawn, but we can just step on it. recently we found out that if those two enemies are stacked up on each other, it causes more lag between their movement, so they don't follow you as quickly. So you generally want to keep them separated the way they are right now, and wait for rocks to spawn on the screen and despawn them immediately to reduce lag, because 2 enemies plus a rock on screen equals a little bit of lag. 2 enemies plus 2 rocks on the screen equals the game is slowing down ridiculously for no reason. I think it has to do with each character having more than one sprite for their animation, so it's getting closer to the sprite limit with just a few enemies. But the animations do look good. I mean, I can't knock them for that. These guys look like they're running after me and bouncing around on 1 foot. That's a pretty interesting skill. Alright, here we're going to wait for one guy to come, jump, and then we're good. There's the boss. The one, the only, the chosen. We don't want to get too far to the right, otherwise the girl will fall off the end of the stage there. And that's time. That's the Karate Kid. Pretty rough run there, but not bad overall. Had a lot of fun with this one. But like I said, if you're trying to get into speedrunning, 2 great games, LJN titles. Probably some of the best of the LJN titles series. I would say next to like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th is alright. So a lot of good games out there. Give them a try. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Up next, I believe we have some really cool runs. Actually, we have the counterpart to the Karate Kid. I would say a more input-oriented, kind of routed out type game, less RNG than the Karate Kid, but definitely an awesome watch. We have Ouija Wee and Andy doing Kung Fu. Great game, great watch. Good luck to those guys, and yeah, I'm gonna pass it off.